Hi everyone, it's Bre,
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Daniel.
and we're back with the Bre and Daniel experience.
Yes.
So, we are 60 something days away.
60, I'm gonna say 60.
I think it's like right at 60
Yeah.
days away from I do. And these past couple weeks, an interesting topic has been an ongoing conversation between Daniel and I, and it has to do with family.
All right.
So we're calling this one Family Matters.
Family
because
matters.
Family does matter.
Right.
Anywho, so here's the recap of everything. So our parents are super awesome, great parents. Unfortunately, both of our parents are divorced, which is kind of scary because we're moving into marriage. However, they've been extremely supportive, especially our moms, with being involved in our relationship and keeping us accountable. So Dan has a completely different perspective than I do because I grew up with my parents in the same home and then they were divorced, and yours was
Already divorced. I mean, I was born, but they had divorced before I could even realize that there were such thing as marriage. But,
right. Yeah, he was really young. So our perspectives on marriage are completely different due to how we were raised. Right now, the planning phase of the wedding has kind of been a little stressful for me because my father, to be exact, my mom is super awesome always, and she is busting her tail to make sure we have what we need, and so is his mom, and his dad has definitely been more than helpful in just supporting from afar and doing what he can financially for us, so that's been a blessing. But we've had some situations occur with my dad and between Daniel, and it's been kind of a topic that we've talked about a lot because I want the men in my life to get along, and this guy has never done anything wrong to my dad, but for some reason they just don't have like this connection. And
I think it's because we never really just met in person. I mean, you met my dad in person, you met my mom in person, I met your mom in person. We have a good bond, but just never met her dad. I mean, it's been times where we were supposed to meet, but something always
it seemed
played
like a
a part.
priority to
Yeah,
him.
I mean,
That's the truth. We're being extremely transparent in this episode because this is the truth, and family really does matter.
Yeah.
My dad has lived in a different state than me since I was in high school, like a senior in high school. So we only get to like talk on the phone and see him on holidays, but that never really occurs because he's not really big into holidays, I suppose. So over the 3.5 years, or 3 years that Daniel and I have been dating, they've never had a chance to sit down and talk face to face or anything like that. Daniel has reached out to him like maybe 3 times.
Yeah, we talked on the phone a couple of times. It was about school or, because he's in IT, I'm in IT as well. So we talked about a few job opportunities in the world and so on and so forth. But I mean, as far as like on a personal level,
To bond.
actually bond and get to know each other, hasn't happened yet.
Which I think has an impact on the reason why I'm kind of in the situation I am right now. Currently, I feel as a little bit resentful towards my dad, and I expressed that to Daniel, and he was so loving and so helpful, and just kind of helping me understand that like you can't bring that into our marriage because when we're married, we're a team, like we're one, and if you have an issue with your dad, then unfortunately like that makes me technically have an issue with your dad.
Right.
And it's not like I hate my father or anything. It's just I have a lot of resentment towards him. So I'm working on healing from that. Daniel has been praying for me, praying with me, and like even lifting my dad up when we pray at night. And it's just so shocking and heartwarming to hear him pray for my dad that technically acts as though he don't really care for Daniel. So it's kind of a hard spot.
No, yeah, I understand. I mean, sometimes you gotta help people understand from afar, you know what I mean? And that's by praying. So can't really talk to them, speak to them on the phone, can't really see them. So just gotta pray for them even when they don't understand. So
And you mentioned something that like just continue to be kind and showing like God's love to other
continue
people.
showing God's love. I mean, eventually we'll all come to know God. Hopefully, you know what I mean. And if God can speak through me to Him, for praying for Him, then I hope that works. So
yeah, I really do appreciate you for doing that because as angry as I get sometimes at some of the comments that my dad's made, it's like Daniel has been like the complete opposite. Like he's never once said anything bad, and it's just like, dang, like how do you? I've never understood that about you. He's just like that. Like I can be so spicy, and you just be like. So
a lot of times she tried to take it as me being like nonchalant, or you know, some people may say it's naive, or I don't care, but it's not the truth. I mean, I just think it's something good in everybody, and just because you might have woken up on the wrong side of the bed, don't mean that's just who you are. You know what I mean? So you just got to take the good with the good, and take the bad with the bad, and just move on. I mean, because life still carries on regardless. You know.
I agree. So over the next couple days, and they'll finally get to see each other face to face on December 7th. December 7th, before the wedding. And I'm just hoping it's like not a lot of drama. I just want it to be a fun, exciting experience. Our families to come together and get to know each other closer. And I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I don't think it'll be any drama, but I'm really praying that over the next 60 something days that like God can like truly restore my heart, because I am like really internally upset about some things, and I don't want to bring that into our relationship, and then that changes the way that I look at my marriage and the way that I look at Daniel as my husband, because in my head now it's kind of like, well, all the men I know, or the men that are important to me, which is like my dad and my papa, of course, but he's not anything like, I don't know, it's not super critical of my papa, but when my dad is just like, that's the first man I knew, the first man I loved, like, he was always there, he's always taking care of me, always provided for me, and for me to now have these feelings moving into a marriage, it's like, is Daniel gonna do me like that? Is that gonna be my situation? And I don't wanna like even take that mentality into my marriage with you, so I'm gonna really work hard to fix it.
And I guess that's the whole thing of, that's why you want to seek God, you know, because even humans, we fell short, whether it be a father, whether it be a mother, whether it be auntie, great auntie, whatever the case may be. Everybody will fall short, but God doesn't, you know what I mean? So you have to trust Him, you know, even when your father isn't there, because truth be told, you know, who's the real father, you know?
Yeah, that's
God
so
is.
true.
He's the maker.
I love it, boo. But anyways, so we'll keep you guys updated. Maybe I don't have the words to kind of like address the situation with my dad just yet, because I don't want to speak out of emotion. But in the future, I do plan to talk to him as a respectful young woman, and he's always been really open to me kind of expressing myself, as long as it's in a respectful way. I just don't feel like now is the right time, because like I don't want to feel like I might attack him, because I'm kind of still so upset about it. Like, not like beat him up, but like attack with words, and I don't want to take that into our conversation. I want it to be something positive. I want to come out of that situation or that conversation with my dad knowing that, okay, moving forward, everything will be fine. But family matters has definitely been, it's been a struggle. Not a struggle, but it's been an internal struggle. I think that's the worst. We have to deal with something inside.
Inside, because you're trying to hold it in. Yeah. It's like, oh, I want to come out, and especially when you want to talk about something, it's something that's kind of like
you don't even know how to talk about it.
But I feel like some of the pain, you know, a lot of people go through the day, or some of the struggles, or some of the frustration they have today is from their past. So you have to deal with that in order for you to move on, or to be blessed, you know. So.
Oh, so true. Because I agree, babe. So I'm gonna work on it, and we'll keep praying, and all will be well. I don't know what that was, but yeah, we just wanted to share that with you guys. So if you're having issues with parents or family, it's best to just hash it out, and until you have the right words to say, because you never go into a situation criticizing people. I read that in a book, How to Win Friends, I think. Read that in a book. Yeah. So you don't want to like criticize people. So if you're having problems and family issues, then really get your heart and your head in the right place, and then address it. So I'm moving in that direction, just not anytime soon. Well, I think that's it. We gotta go.
Yeah, I think that's all. Sorry,
honey.
Okay, I'm sorry. Guess what's in it? It's my own little mixture.
What?
Coconut oil and cocoa butter.
I was trying to say my feet be crusty. The lady at the nail salon.
To be too specific.
Shut up. To be shut. That's not like Paris. But the lady at the nail salon made me get the next level up. Cause I was trying to get the basic. Cause I'm like, my feet I just need the cuticles clipped. She was like, no, the deluxe. She said, you have stuff on this. I was like, okay, I'm gonna let you pay for it. Here, this one. How you gonna leave one foot? Just do the corn. I mean, not the corn, but the...
Yeah, you come on.
Come on, just a little. Come on, girl.